Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. I need you guys to smash that like button to extend that S. Today we're going to bring back challenges. So this is an original challenge I'm creating. And basically I can only use the Fruity limiter to mix my beat today. So we're going to make a beat and I can only use one plugin to mix this entire beat. So I'm going to show you guys how to really hack FL Studio. So the great thing about challenges is when you feel like you know a lot of stuff, try removing stuff and see how good you guys can do. So firstly, let's grab a drum break from Count's new pack called Count's Real Break Library 2. Shout out to Count. I need something very subtle, nothing too crazy. I like this style, but I kind of want to remix the drums. So let's drag it in. It doesn't have a BPM, so let's go to mode, stretch mode. And let's assume we're at 8 bars. So let's right click. Actually, let's just grab the time knob, lock it to the grid. Let's go to song mode. Okay, let's produce at 140. Usually I would go down to 70, but for now we're just gonna go to 140. Okay, so now we have the rhythm section complete. We need the harmony section, and we need the top line, and we need the contrast. So we need the musicality to this, is what I'm saying here. And then we need the top line. All right, so let's go to pattern 1. Let's send this to the mixer, hit Control L. Click here, go to all so we can see our sounds. And let's see where to grab. I don't even know what to add over this, let me think. Let's use the UA stuff. UA stuff has been really good. The Electra is a really slept on plugin. Let's open this up, hit Control L, send it to the mixer, and let's just go through some presets for now. Let's go to genre, let's go to R&B and soul. Let's try some of these. That's my synth you guys are hearing. I forgot to turn it off. There we go. All right, let's record this in. So I'm gonna play some ninth chords. This is my style. You guys can play whatever you want. Okay, so I added some dominant chords in there to spice it up. Let's see what kind of top line we can add. So they dropped a new plugin called Anthem. I don't think we need that type of sound though. I think we want a Polymax type sound. This is a more subtle synth. It's not as aggressive as that Anthem plugin they dropped. This is from UA. Let's find some more sounds here. Let's add a lead in here. Let's just try different leads. So I like this more subtle sound. Let's add this in. So we're going E, G, and then octave. Should have thought about that note first. Hold up. Okay, so we're going E to D. The last note was supposed to be up a half step. So pretty easy top line there. It's a little buzzy for my taste on this sound here. Let's see if we can change the waveform. So it's a lead and it goes into that bass octave. I'm debating if I want to pull this up an octave or two. Let's pull it up one octave just so it doesn't go too low. Let's add some echo to this. Let's add some UA. Where's it at here? Let's add some Galaxy Tape Echo. have the feedback a little bit longer. So if you have to figure out how to control the mix level for this plugin, I think you just use the volume knobs. So now the synth feels like it's coming from a place. Let's turn the echo down a little bit. It's gonna have that repeat. Let's not repeat it too much. I don't want it to get. All right, now let's create another bass line here. Let's use the Moog. Let's see what we have. Forgot the chords I played, so now I gotta remember everything I played. I played D, E, and then I played E. Forgot what I played, y'all. I'm being honest with y'all. Let's run that back, only because I forgot what the heck I played. So I played D. Let me just kind of look at the chords as I play. It will help me get to the bass line faster. All right, I guess we can't look at MIDI. Oh, you know what we could do? I forgot we could use ghost channels here. Okay, so this should be good enough. Not the greatest bass line in the world. All right, now onto the mixing here. So let's just mix the entire group here. Let's start with the first free limiter. We're gonna use this one as a saturator. So I'm gonna turn up the ceiling so that we're not compressing with the limiter here and mess with the saturation knob here. Just turn up the volume, the gain. And now we can go back and level some things. So that bass and drums can match, we're gonna turn down some of the chords. So here's before. Now the only thing is Fruity Limiter does not have a gain knob, so we're gonna have to manually kind of gain it down afterwards. So that's the only plugin that doesn't come with Fruity Limiter, is the fact that we can't just turn the volume down. So I have to use this plugin here. EQ2 just for the gain. So we're just saturating the sound. Now I can go more aggressive with the sound. But the drums are already kind of saturated. We don't want to overly saturate the drums there. All right, so we're just shaving off a little bit of that peak. Now the next Fruity Limiter is going to be a compressor. Let's go to the compressor mode here. Let's pull down the threshold, and I could compress or I could expand. Let's first just try compression. Let's just increase the attack to about 30 milliseconds here. The release time, let's pull it back to about 100. And we're going to mess with the threshold until we can hear the sound. Now most people turn the gain up into the compressor. What we want to do is, again, turn the gain up out of the compressor. Now we're adding dynamic to the track. usually better for acoustic stuff. You're not going to always compress trap stuff. Now the next Fruity limiter, we're going to turn the ceiling up. Very important here, because we're going to go to the compressor mode and we're going to use what's called the expansion. So expansion is not where we compress with the ratio 1:1 or higher. It's when we go to 0.5 to 1, which is returning up the volume that goes above the threshold now. So this is called expansion. Let's set the attack time to really fast and the release time somewhere around 60 milliseconds or so. So now we're boosting the peaks of the transients, the pointy parts that go beyond a certain threshold here. Now the trick here is that you don't want to capture everything about your performance. Just want those peaks. It's kind of hard to see this visually. This is why you shouldn't shave off too much of your drums, because it's going to be harder to grab transients. Okay, so I'm telling the machine to sustain so that won't look at so many in between peaks, because right now everything's picking up into the expansion. See, if I have my sustain down, all these little white lines pop up. Let's turn sustain up to get rid of those. And now that's where the head bob comes from. That little tiny like 1 dB gain. So here's before. So I still think we need some gain matching, some leveling here. And lastly, we're going to use the Fruity limiter as an actual limiter here, where the ceiling is 0, and then you guys can turn up the gain if you have any room. Let's hear before and after. Here's before. Here's after. All right, so if you guys are struggling with the Fruity limiter, chances are you're probably just trying to slam everything through one Fruity limiter. And you guys see I used 1, 2, 3, 4 Fruity limiters here for 4 different purposes. So hopefully you guys learned something new about the Fruity limiter today. If you want to learn more about FL Studio, go to busyworksbeats.com, sign up for free, and look for the FL Studio 21 course for beginners. And I'll teach you guys a bunch of stuff over on our website. Just go to busyworksbeats.com. Subscribe if you're new, share this with a friend. Let's keep this challenge stuff going. Peace.